Video of the WICO S3 Mars. So WICO is a recent smartphone brand on the market, and the WICO S3 Mars is one of the new products. So the box here is an environmental friendly box, which is very tough. So the phone will be protected very well, and this looks like the same like the Xiaomi box, if you already know it. At this time there is no logo on the box, as this is a pre-version of the WICO S3 Mars, but it might get some changes in the near future, and the logo might appear here when you will get the phone. So when we open the box, inside is obviously the smartphone, that we will get back to it very soon. There is also two cases. So one is a silicone case, very tough, so plastic, very hard plastic, and one other is a S-cover case with a sticker here to put the smartphone and a window here. So we will put it later on just to show you how it renders. Also, we do have a USB, micro USB cable to plug it and to recharge. One battery. So this is a 2200 mAh battery from WICO. If we already take everything off out of the box, on the sides we have two items. One is the USB charger, this is an EU plug, and the other one is the headphones with microphone on it. So those earphones are in ear, and the microphone here with control torque, and a 3.5mm jack. For the phone itself, we have two versions of this phone. So we have the black version and the white version. Okay? The WICO S3 Mars has a 5-inch screen, and its dimensions are 143mm by 72mm and 7.9mm. It is claimed as being a 5.9mm thick smartphone. However, this is a 7.9, as we have 2mm for the screen in here. We can have a closer look at the phone. So this is the first front-facing camera, the speaker. On the side we have the power button. On the bottom here we have the USB slot and the microphone. We also have the back, the home, and the settings menu. On the side, the aperture to open the back, and the volume button. On the top we have also the 3.5mm jack. On the back we also have a camera, which is a 13 megapixels camera, and autofocus and flash integrated inside. So we can now open the smartphone and see what is inside. So here is the back cover. So this is a very high quality and very tough metal back cover. So it's extremely tough. It won't break down and won't bend itself for sure. So inside of the smartphone, so we see this is a WICO S3. We do have 2 SIM cards and 1 micro SD card up to 32 gigabytes. The speakers is on the bottom here. So 2 SIM cards, one is GSM WCDMA 3G, all frequencies, and the other one is only GSM as usual on every Chinese smartphone. So this is it basically for the appearance of the phone and how it looks like. So now let's put the battery on and get started in order to see what is this phone. So we can turn on the phone now. And while we are waiting for it, I want to show how to use the S cover case here. So we can see that this is fitting perfectly. Okay. And this is what you will get basically. So the S View itself is not working as other phones. So it just allows you basically to have an access to the clock, but that's it. You will not have functions about camera or the calendar or other stuff, or to answer the calls. Alright? So however, you can still take pictures in here with the flash, and you have the speaker also. And you can close it and protect it very well. Alright, so while we were doing that, the phone is already started here. So this is the WICO S3 Mars, so we can have a look at all what we have basically. So for the applications, we have the browser for sure, the clock, the camera, the calendar, the calculator, downloads, email, file manager, FM radio, gallery. You also have Google Maps, the music, navigations, the phone, of course, the Play Store, so you will be able to download your favorite applications without any trouble with your Google accounts, and the settings and the video player. Okay, so that's all for the different applications you will get by default. The other ones have been installed just for this review. So here on the left you have access to a little toggle, but it's a widget you can install by your own as well. If we drop down the toggle and we look at it, we see that we have the owner, the airplane modes, the battery, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, data connection, data usage, audio profiles, brightness, timeout, and auto rotation. So for the brightness, here you can see this is set up to the maximum for this review, so you will see how this screen is bright. Alright, so now let's have a look at the settings. So of course we do have SIM management because we have 2 SIM cards on it, so one WCDMA and one GSM, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, data usage. If we go on more, we have access to the airplane mode, the VPN, tethering, and portable hotspot, mobile networks, and USB internet when available. Go back, audio profiles. So you can set up your ringtones and set up different modes for the sound. For the storage, so here we can see that we have an internal storage of 1 gigabyte in here, and with 764 megabytes available. And also the phone storage, with a total space of 5.39 gigabytes and 4 gigabytes available, which is like around 5 gigabytes all total available in the phone. So this is like a 8 gigabytes internal memory altogether. Okay, so 3 are already taken by the system. Here you have the proof and evidence that you can install 32 gigabytes micro SD card. So this is one of 32, and you can see we have like 30.45 gigabytes. Alright. Then the battery, I already said it, this is a 2200 mAh battery. The apps, location access, security to change the patterns, and how to access to your phone. The languages, so the language is available on this phone. You can check the list in here. At this time there is around about 21 languages, but more will be available in the future. The Google account to use the Play Store, daytime schedule, intelligent wake up, new function that can be activated on the top here. So it's a lot of different things. Double click to wake up, up glide to unlock, down glide to camera, side glide to cut music playing, and so on. So we will try few in a short time. Also we have, of course, the developer options as well as usual on every Android system, in order for you to customize a bit more your system. And about the phone, so here you can see this is an S3 Mars with Android 4.22 Jelly Bean. So that's it basically for the settings. Okay, so now we can have a look at the intelligent wake up. So we turn off the phone, and for example we can draw something like a C. So we see we arrive right away on the dialer, for example. If we turn it on and we go down, we open right away the camera. We can go up, for example, and we arrive right away on the home menu again. So you can set up different gestures as much as you want. You even have this one, which is like double click on it and it just open the screen. Okay. So this was just to introduce this little function on it. So now, in order to go further into the specifications of this WICO S3 Mars, let's have a look at the AnTuTu benchmark. So for the people who don't know, the benchmark is an app which allows you to test the performances of your smartphone or device. So here we got already the score, so we did it before. So we got a score of 16,765, sorry. So which is like an average score for the nowadays smartphones. So let's try to understand why we have this score. So while we have a closer look, so we can see the brand and this WICO S3 Mars. So basically the OS is Android 4.22 as we previously saw. The processor is a quad-core MediaTek MT6582 Cortex A7 clocked at 1.3 GHz. The graphic processor is a Mali 400MP. The screen has a resolution of 720 by 1280. So the back camera, I already say this is 13 megapixels. The phone is not rooted, but we will check it later with another app. So the RAM is 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of internal memory. So this is not taken into consideration here in the AnTuTu benchmark. And you can see here we can put actually a SD card up to 32 GB. So quad-core processor, 1.3 GHz, as said before. The density is quite huge. It's 320 dpi for the density, which is very, very good. Also, we have the multi-touch that we will test very, very shortly. The rear camera is a 13 megapixels taking pictures of 4160 by 3120 for the resolution, and the front-facing camera is 8 megapixels taking pictures of 3264 by 2448 pixels. Okay, so let's just going down a bit, and we have the Wi-Fi here, and we have different sensors. So the sensors supported on this device are the direction sensor, the acceleration sensor, light sensor, e-compass, and proximity sensor. The only sensors supported on this device. So we can now come back and have a look at the multi-touch, for example. So we drop the phone on the table and we put all 4 fingers on it, and this is what we get. So the WICO S3 Mars has IPS screen, so 5-touch capacitive screen, HD screen, okay, with OGS, so confirmed by the manufacturer. Now we can check the roots just to make it sure. So here we say, sorry, this device doesn't have proper root access. So if you want to change the ROM, the Android version on it, you will first have to root this smartphone, okay? So now let's try the GPS. So as you see, it's already working, and the accuracy is decreasing. So the GPS is pretty fast and pretty accurate, like 16 meters, 50 meters. So we have 14 meters accuracy for the GPS, which is honest. Now what we can try to test is the rear camera. So for that we can take a picture of the other WICO S3 Mars and launch the camera. So if we go to the picture, we can even use auto rotation and go inside. So this is the details that is possible to make with this camera. So now let's have a look at the sound and the video. So for that, let's go to the file manager, and we have one video. So we put the sound to the maximum. So this is the HD video. The screen is very nice. The quality is extremely fine. And the sound is pure and pretty powerful. So with just one little speaker, you see, you can hear it that this is pretty powerful for such a phone. So enjoying movies on this smartphone is very easy and will entertain you without any trouble at all. So let's come back now. Now we can have a look at the graphic performances. So for that, we have been downloading Asphalt 8, which is a racing game available on the Play Store for free, and which usually requires quite a lot of graphics. So So we see that there is no trouble at all to play the latest games, for sure. It's very smooth, and the gaming experience is very great. So you will be able to play the latest games without any trouble at all, for sure. Okay. So that was to show you that actually we can play the latest games on this smartphone without any trouble at all. So that was the latest taste that we wanted to show you. So basically, to make a quick summary about this smartphone, so this is the WICO S3 Mars, so which has 7.9mm body, metal back cover, high quality, very tough, 2200 mAh battery, possibility of having an S cover case with a sticker on it, 5-inch, Android 4.22, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, quad-core MTK6582 Cortex A7, clock at 1.3 GHz. We have 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of RAM. Please bear in mind that later on the MIUI and the Smartisan OS will be installed on this smartphone as well, possibility. 21 languages at this time, but more will be added in the future. The screen is 1280 by 720, IPS, SD and OGS, 320 DPI, and two cameras, one of 8 megapixels and one of 13 megapixels on the back. So this is the WICO S3 Mars.